Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the BNR Cup Series playoff round 2. At Michigan for 100 laps. So that'll be 100 miles. As they take on the mile. We'll go over a little race day information here before anything. So as we see here, current track temp is, sorry, it's a 2-mile track. My apologies. Current track temp is 110 degrees. The current weather is 76 degrees. Humidity 57 is partly cloudy with a 3 mile per hour. That's going to play a big factor going down that backstretch. 100 laps, 100 miles. They get 1 quick fix, 3 attempts at a green-white checkered, 50% fuel, and they get 4 sets of tires. Track is located in Brooklyn, Michigan. Once again, we'd like to thank our fellow camera person at trackcams22.com to get all your best camera angles throughout the whole race and bring you some exciting action. By the way, you can follow us on Twitch and YouTube at the BNR Racing Network. And go out there, give us a like. How's it going there? SW Fatal, thank you for tuning in here tonight. BNR Cup Series playoff round 2, race 1. You see there? Oh. So the guys in red are eliminated. The guys in green are still in. You see there, Brianna, the fastest right now. So Josh Small's piling in that real quick. See what he got. But we'll go ahead and talk with her real quick. Bree, it's Brian. How are you?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
Alright, you're currently sitting on a pole right now with a 39.22. Why don't you tell everybody how that car feels on that qualifying and how you think it's going to do during the race?
It's pretty loose. When you're running on the apron, my bad. But I mean, I think it's a great handling car. The real fight's gonna be tire management, and it's just gonna be like Michigan 2010, where we're gonna be stuck against the wall. So it's just kind of minding your p's and q's and being there when it counts.
Right on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get you back down there and good luck to you.
Thank you.
So, see there, Jason Adams going out there. Oh, didn't have enough time. So, I'm going to go over the starting grid here. So, starting P1, Brianna 11, P2, Brandon Moore, P3, Zach Rongich, P4, James Selner, P5, Randy Koken, P6, Sean Judson, P7, Scott Bittinger, P8, Tyler Myers, P9, Matthew Hunsaker. P10, Jaden Sanchez. P11, Nicholas Smith. P12, Sammy Blackwell. P13, Kyle Heath. P14, Jacob Carter. P15, Zach Deuscher. P16, Philip Bridgman. P17, oh, nice to see you, Austin. P18, Josh Smalls. P19, Jim Coleman'sberger. P20, James Bryan. P21, Jason Adams. P22, Duran Carver. P23, Richard Johns. Nice to see you too. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Good evening, Brian.
Good evening. So, let's see. At 23, right on.
Good evening, Brian. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Alright. Rushed home, get to work from work, and here I am, and exhausted.
No Will tonight?
I have no clue where he is. I'm sure he'll join in halfway.
Good deal. Well, I'm going to race this sucker tonight and see how I do. Hang out right here while I'm doing it. Had any questions, just ask.
Green flag coming to the green as Brianna will lead the field. The green flag is out. There they go. As Bree leads the whole field into turn one. On that bottom lane, behind her is Zach Rongich. Will she lead the first lap? Behind her is Rongich, Brandon Moore, and Selner. And Brianna will lead the first lap. We're going to get you where all the action's at. So see here, Hunsaker going past the 92, attempting to get it to stick on the bottom. Behind him is Sammy Blackwell in that sharp-looking number 3 Goodwrench Chevy. Always good to see it. Jaden Sanchez on the outside, as you see Blackwell attempting 2 side draft of 1 going into the turn. But Bittinger, playoff driver, looking really good right now. Behind him, there is a battle of all types of sorts going on here. A lot of battles everywhere. Long race. They have 100 laps, 50% fuel. So long race here. But these boys got it. Awesome group here we have, and I love these guys. But anyways, see there, Jacob Carter in that 20 Toyota, attempt to get passed by Philip Bridgman. Ednat 48 Ally Chevy. Gonna keep it down there. Behind him is Zach Deuscher. As they come to complete lap 3, going to take 4. Kyle Heath there making his way through the field. I gotta fix this because he's a playoff driver. My apologies. We'll get right back to you real quick. Maybe that'll fix. Nope, didn't fix it yet. I see there Austin Moore in the 45 on the outside there, getting by Philip Bridgman. Zach Deuscher on the outside, taking the draft from Carter to get by Kyle Heath. And right here we got a battle of Austin Moore and the 48. Going side by side. Go focus on the battle up front real fast. Very interesting to see how that's looking. As Bree still leads them to complete lap 5. You see there, 3 wide towards the back there. As Brianna leads lap 6, coming to 7. Nice and easy as everybody maintains the outside lane there. You see Austin Moore running down the field. And that 45 Kurt Busch or Ty Gibbs Toyota. Kyle Heath on the inside lane trying to pass the 34 and the 9. As he runs that bottom lane there. Gets by the 9. He's going to come out side by side with Jacob Carter. As Kyle Heath pulls the one machine of Jaden Sanchez with him. Jaden Sanchez is going to get clear of the 34. Now Austin Moore got into Jaden. A little bit there, a little contact made. Nothing too big. That is for sure. Tally it back up. Run your line there. You see the 48 and the 21 doing work. You see there Rongich got by the 71 of Brianna. Excuse me. As the 21 of Zach Rongich. Zach Deuscher. Looking to stay on the outside. Richard Johns down there. Side by side with Jaden Sanchez. Nice looking 16 Chevy there, the Logitech. As Richard Johns will pull in behind the one of Jaden to carry that momentum, to get by him, and he does. Well done, Richard. Now Richard locks his eye onto Philip Bridgman of the 48 machine there. Keep that going. You see Austin Moore a little bit into the wall. Richard Jones going to get passed again by Jaden Sanchez. Jaden's going to pull Jim Coleman-Sperger with him on the outside. As Richard's like, go ahead. I'm not going to fight you hard for it. Go get it. Richard's a very strong, fierceful competitor at Michigan. It's a good track for him. That is for sure. 34, Matthew Huntsaker riding P9. So then you come up here where you got Brianna, Kyle Heath, Brianna, Ricky Koken, Selner, Carter. As Jacob Carter is going to take the run with the 19 to get by the 01 of James, as Carter pulls back up to the outside to pick up James Selner. As we got a wild hornet's nest in the top pack and towards the backpack there. So far so good. Selner gets close to that wall but doesn't touch it. Well done. Carter, we're looking to run down Brandon Moore to pick up an extra spot there. I see the 01 of James Selner running that awesome paint scheme of the BNR Racing Network Chevy. Well done, sir. Great paint scheme. I love it. More colors and all that. So, always love the work. I have to show you, see Brianna up there on the outside, just pacing now. Long race. She ain't got nothing to worry about. You see Matthew Huntsaker in the draft behind her. He doesn't know which lane to take. As they come to turn 1, side by side there, James Selner will get by for that position. I'm sure pit stops are going to be great. They're going to be a little slick. That is for sure. The 19 of Randy having a hell of a run tonight. Up there in the top 10. I always love seeing that. As you see, they come into turn 1 and 2 again. Awesome camera views. Once again, lap 15 of 100. Long race. Oh, they made contact. As Carter goes around. It's all right, Jacob. Good save. Keep your head in it. Oh, there he is. He's back on the track. Good save. Good save. Keep your head calm. Keep your head in it. Drive that car. You'll get back up there. You see Philip Richmond there. Got himself back into the top 10. Behind him is Jim Coleman-Sperger. Another strong competitor. My other Jersey native. So, great guy. Like him. He's a tough guy like me. You know what I mean? Oh, Jim. And that 29 Hardy Chevy. Philip Bridgman attempting to make a pass on Brianna. Going into turns 1 and 2. But Philip does not clear it. Brianna's going to drop down right in front of Phil. Oh, Jaden Sanchez scrapes the wall a little bit. Oh, Austin Moore now gets shuffled, and oh boy. Let's see. Come back here, see what's going on here. You see Richard Johns there, Austin Moore, Jaden Sanchez, Sammy Blackwell. All looking good. Long race, like I said. Tyler Myers, ladies and gentlemen, making his first pit stop of the night. Don't know if it's scheduled. I cannot tell you that. Some drivers are able to save a lot more. Some are just pushing and hoping for the best and could shake up the playoff race for these guys who are locked in and all that other good stuff. Love the car, Richard. I see Austin Moore tempted to make the pass on the bottom lane to get by Richard Johns, and he does. He is clear.
Right, I just talked to Tyler, and that was a scheduled pit stop, sir.
Right on. That was scheduled for Tyler. Oh, man. There they go. There is your first caution of the night. So we'll come back, actually. Let's see what happened here. Coming off of 2. Oh. Let's say bye, Jake. Hard hit by Philip Bridgman. Oof. Was right on board with Phil. Jacob Carter on the outside. Hard hit by the 48. Pit stops are happening. So Kyle Heath beats them all off of pit road. To take that position away. Great pit stop by him. See if I can give him a quick talk. Don't know. Mr. Heath.
Yeah, what's up?
How's it going?
It's going pretty good, I suppose.
Yeah, beat everybody off pit road. That is awesome to see. How's that car handling?
It's handling pretty good. It started to get pushy at the end there. But other than that, it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, looks like it. You were working your way through the field, so it kind of looked like you really didn't have no issues. That's for sure. So now you got the clean air, and I'm sure that will help the car out a lot more. So.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, bud. Enjoy the race and good luck.
Thank you.
No problem. There you go. You heard it from Kyle, who will lead them all back to green. As they come to take lap 22. As they lead the field, as Kyle Heath will lead the field back to green. Heath, Judson, Rongich, Moore, Selner, your top 5. And the green is back out as Kyle Heath gets a great start in that restart zone. As he pulls. Oof. James Bryan is out of the race. 22 strong full competitors are still left. You see there Richard Johns with a great drive into turns 3 and 4, hanging strong there. You see Zach Deuscher with an excellent run coming out of 4. They get sucked to the back of the 34 of Huntsacker. You see Huntsacker side drafting Jim to slow him down. But as Jim gets the run back on the outside, as Rongich will pull up to get the draft on Jim. Huntsacker is going to pull back up to keep the draft. As Zach Deuscher attempts to make the pass on Jim. Jim's going to give him that bottom lane. He said, you want it, you go take it. Jim's a great guy, respectful to everybody out on track. And loves to do what he does. So... $25 of 100 complete. Sorry, 24 of 100 coming to take lap 25. So roughly they're getting about 20 laps of fuel. So 20 to 22. John 11 moves up to P6 as Richard John slides in there with Huntsacker. Takes that spot away. Little sneak attack. Randy Koken going to make the pass on the bottom to get by Matthew Huntsacker. Philip Bridgman is behind the 34. Yes, I gotta remember all these numbers. Philip Bridgman was caught in that wreck, still making great rebound to come up here, battle, and get every amount of points that he can get. These cars do get wobbly and weavy. These drivers are everywhere here tonight at Michigan. These are sending it in there. You see Duran Carver, the other playoff driver. P13, don't know why it's not highlighting his name, so that's very unfortunate, but he is a playoff driver. So, who advanced to round 2? So, right on board here with Matt Huntsacker. A little cloudy there. I hope this race does not go tonight, because then I would feel bad. So, I don't think so. You see, going 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. Randy, Richard, and Jim. Ooh, Nelly. They are getting slicey and dicing. little cloud coverage over in turn 1. So see Jim Kummelsberger, Randy Koch, and Richard Johns. Brianna 11 getting a little tight. They are 4 wide as they come off of turns 3 and 4. Keep your calm. Go get it. Y'all are doing great. 91. Oh, I do believe that is Judson. Yes, it is. Oh. As they get swirly back there, Phillip hits the wall again. Of that 48, great avoidance by them in the back. 71 of Brianna, you see her slicing and dicing on the outside. As Matthew Huntsaker sticking with 3 to attempt to get up to the front. Work her way back up there. By the way, she did qualify on the pole, so she did lose a few spots. 9 spots, but that is okay. Selner will get by Wrongage for that P2. As they are all there in sights of Kyle Heath, right there in the front. As Zach Deuscher helps the 0-1 of James Selner run down Kyle Heath. Zachary Wrongich on the bottom to keep that run. But James Selner isn't going to give up that easy. As they all draft to get by Wrongich. Moves Wrongich back to 4th place. James Selner does close that gap on Kyle Heath for P2. We will keep a close eye on up there in the front. But we'll come back here to P7, Richard Johns. Great run, bud. Keep running them down. Bring that backpack with you. Oh, we got a battle back here with Josh Adams and Josh. You see there, Josh Adams on the bottom. Joshua Small to the outside. As Josh hugs it to the outside to almost get by Jason Adams, and he does. Back up to the front, we do have a battle going on up here. You see Zach Deuscher gets that run from James. Now Deuscher is going to go set his eyes on Kyle Heath. Zach is a very, very fearful driver. Smart and has a lot of skill. But now all these boys and gal are going to chase Kyle Heath as he leads lap 34. As Zach Deuscher attempts to run down Kyle. We come back here where there's more action. Randy Koch and Jim Coleman'sberger, Richard Johns, Matt Huntsaker, Jacob Carter. All back here. All running down Kyle. As Jim Coleman'sberger sits comfortably in P8. Does have P7 right there in front of him. Jaden Sanchez making his scheduled pit stop. Early strategy coming out for Jaden. You see Jacob Carter attempts to get by Matthew Huntsaker. for that P9 as he sets clear. As Carter gets Richard, attempts to pull Richard with him to get by Judson. No, Lavin. My bad. Lavin. Oh, Bittinger. That's Bittinger. My bad. So Hunsaker to the quarter at Jim Coleman'sberger. They can get 27 laps of fuel. Thank you, James. I guess a mechanical issue for Jaden. As Jim Coleman'sberger attempting to run down P7. I do believe almost scheduled pit stop time.
We're looking about 3 to 4 laps on green flag pit stops. We stay green.
Right on. There you go. Hunsaker got to the inside of Jim as Jacob Carter helps the 34 get by Jim. As Carter now is going to make his pass attempt on Jim. Doesn't clear him. Hunsaker's upside pulling Jim. Carter's going to stay behind Jim to secure that P10 as they're right on board with Matt here. Zach Deuscher closing that hole up on Kyle Heath. Hello, Jaden. Zach Deuscher to the back of the 54 of Kyle. I do believe this could possibly be for the race win towards the end if they can get it. Tyler Myers does make his scheduled pit stop. Zach Deuscher hanging on strong behind Kyle. You see Randy Koken coming into the pits, and Brianna Lavin. These are all scheduled pit stops for those guys. Nick Smith in the pits too. They got a quick fix. You could have stood in it. Sean Judson now making his scheduled pits as Kyle Heath, Zach Deuscher, Zach Rongich, James Selner, Brandon Moore, Jim, Carter, Johns, Bridgman, Blackwell all stay out. So from 11th all on back had pitted. Interesting strat here. You see Rongich, I do believe, is pitting. Yes, he is. Jim Kohlmensberger in the pits. Jacob Carter in the pits. James Sellner in the pits. As he ride on here with Zach Deuscher. Good view on him, chasing down Kyle Heath. Kyle Heath, Deuscher, making their scheduled pits. Don't speed. Oh, boy, I bet he got saved by the bell. Brandon Moore, Richard Johns, stayed out. Wow. As you see Richard going to get swallowed up by the guys on fresh tires. That is alright, Richard. Let them go. Brandon Moore isn't that far in front of you. Kyle Heath with a 14.7. Zach Deuscher with a 14.5. Brandon Moore, Richard Johns are the last ones to pit. As you ride on board with Jason Adams here. Oh, now we're back up here with Kyle Heath. As he attempts to get by Judson, but it will not happen. Will Brandon Moore and Richard Johns make it out of the pits in time as these guys all get by them? No, they will not. Randy Koken will take the lead. And the BNR Cup Series at Michigan. Almost a half-second lead by Randy. As Kyle Heath will apply the pressure to Judson to get by. He does, and Zach Deuscher. Now Kyle Heath will attempt to run down Randy. And as Rongich gets by too, the Zach and Zach show again. Kyle Heath looking to run down Randy. As those couple of lap fresher tires will do it. As they ride on board with Kyle Heath. Now we're on board with Zach Deuscher. As Zach Deuscher attempts to go to the inside of Kyle. Randy on the outside. Gonna pick up Kyle Heath as Kyle Heath gives Randy a shot. Set to get by Zach Deuscher. Zach Deuscher still there, hanging on. They will be 3 wide going in as Randy and Kyle lean on it. Oh, what a run by those two. As Judson gets by. Leaning on them doors was Randy and Kyle. Good run by those two. Saved it, kept her off the wall. As we get back up here towards the front as Judson tries to run down Rongich. It's the Zach and Zach show again in 1 and 2. Something did happen to Philip Richmond. He is 1 lap down. As Zach Deuscher tries to break the draft from Zach Rongich. Zach Deuscher coming to take lap 49 in his, and coming to lap 50. As soon as they hit lap 50, we'll go to our favorite section of the night, our crank it up portion of the race. Turn up your TVs, do all that. Listen to the sounds of the engines hollering by here tonight at Michigan, as these drivers are halfway coming to the line. And they come to the line. We are going to do the crank it up portion now from the BNR Cup Series. All right. As we return here, Jacob Carter looking for the run on Randy. He gets to his quarter, but probably will not be enough to get there, as Jacob Carter tries to jump to the outside, but Randy closes that hole. We have a battle going on in the front here. Zach Deuscher, Kyle Heath. As Kyle Heath gets that excellent run down the backstretch to Zach Deuscher. As Zach Deuscher and Kyle Heath come off a little side by side, Kyle's going to get up there, try to slow him down to take the momentum away. He does not get it. Zach Deuscher will lead that lap, but Kyle Heath will lead going into turns 1 and 2 as Zach Deuscher comes down to take some air off the quarter of that 54 to get that momentum, as Kyle Heath will slide back up to attempt to slow him down again. Like I said, I'm telling you guys at home watching this is where this will determine. I have a feeling in my gut that it will come down to these two, Zach Deuscher and Kyle Heath. As Kyle Heath gets cleared by Zach Deuscher, we'll come back in towards the middle of the pack here. Well, still in the top 10, but Jacob Carter attempting to get by Randy. Jacob Carter does clear Randy. Now his next target will be Jim Coleman-Sperger. There in the 29. as Randy still hangs strong. Huntsaker reeling these guys in. As Jim Coleman'sberger gets up to the 0-1, attempts to slow him down. You see Carter gives James Sellner a shot and said, there you go. A little bit too much. Jim Coleman'sberger will get by the 0-1. Now Randy attempting to get by the 20 of Jacob Carter. But Jacob Carter will stay with the 0-1. They're going to leave Randy on the bottom. As Jim Coleman'sberger moves up to that P5. And Randy will slide back in line behind Jacob Carter. By the way, for those of you tuning in, the yellow banners mean they are in the playoffs. The ones who don't have it aren't, and those who don't have Trading Paints Pro, their numbers are yellow. For those of you who are watching, that is what it is here tonight. You see Randy Koken up there with Jacob Carter as the 0-1 of James Sellner sticking there on the bottom.
Should be looking at green flag pit stops in about 4 to 5 laps.
There you go. Green flag pit stops in about 4 to 5 laps. I almost said 3 to 4. Good race so far. Strategies playing out well for these guys. As you see, Carter got by Sellner for P6. As Kyle Heath still leads Zach Dorscher by 1/4 of a second. James Sellner in the pits. Early pit strategy for James. See how well this works. It could do him good in his favor. We'll see. But Jim doing good. Top 5 car tonight. Behind him, Carter. And behind Carter is Randy. These 3 gentlemen here work hard every week to get that feel for the endurance racing, and this is what the BNR is all about. As Carter going to come into the pits, and Rongich and Randy. Interesting to see. Matthew Huntsaker making his pit stop as he ride on board here with Sammy Blackwell in that 3. I would have liked to see Kyle Busch run the 3, but that's just my opinion, and my opinions really don't mean too much. But happy for KB going to Richard Childress. I think it'll be a good fit over there. That is for sure. But poor Reddick, but Reddick is leaving at the end of the season next year to go join 23XI. Good for him. Josh Smalls, oh, he was already in the pits. So is Carver. I'm too busy talking and not paying attention. As Brianna Lavin makes her pit stop. Austin Moore, Richard Johns. Sorry. Heath, Deuscher, Judson, Coleman'sberger, Moore, Adams, Austin, Richard, Bittinger, Blackwell. All stayed out, and we have Tyler Myers in the pits, ladies and gentlemen. Bittinger there in the 92, looking to run down Richard Johns. As Jacob Carter and James Sellner look to get by the 91 of Judson. Tyler Myers with a 14.9. Brianna with a 15 even. That is close. But as you see there, Bittinger looking to get to the back of the 16 of Richard Johns. Zach Deuscher, ladies and gentlemen, and Kyle Heath are in the pits. Judson will cycle out to be the leader in Jim Coleman'sberger. Brandon Moore will stay out. Jason Adams in the pits. Austin Moore in the pits. No relation of Brandon and Austin. Two separate. No relation at all. That moves Richard Johns to P3. Scott Benninger to P4. And Sammy Blackwell to P5. Coleman'sberger 15.3, Zach Deuscher 14.8, and Kyle Heath with a 14.8. Jason Adams with a 14.7, and Austin Moore with a 14.7. Nick Smith now in the pits, and Sean Judson now in the pits. So Adams and Austin Moore's pit crew were on point that second stop. Nick Smith with a 12.9. I wonder that is 2 tires and fuel. Could be. But right now, Nick Smith has them all beat with a 12.9. Sean Judson with a 14.7. Ooh, Tyler Myers with a 44.3. I wonder if he was caught speeding. Benninger now making his pit stop. Blackwell with a 16.2. Ooh, you see a massive run by Josh Smalls to get by the 48 of Philip Bridgman. As Josh Smalls will go by Richard Johns. And Duran Carver will go by Richard Johns. Scott Benninger with a 15.1 second pit. Excuse me, my apologies. So the only two that still have to pit is Brandon Moore and Richard Johns, as they stay out the longest. As Richard Johns maneuvering on the outside, letting the 92 go by, and the 9 of Tyler Myers. As Myers is 3 laps down. As Philip Bridgman makes his scheduled pit stop. As we see here, Jacob Carter does get by Sellner. Oh, hello Nick Smith in the UPS Ford. I actually like that, it's pretty dope. Kind of reminds me of Dale Jarrett's 44. But, I mean, yeah. But that's just me. Philip Bridgman with a 15.1 second pit. Richard Johns now making his scheduled pit stop. Brandon Moore staying out as long as he can. That might hurt him in the long run, as he will let Tyler Myers by. I do believe Brandon Moore is going to pit this time. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does. I was right. Aha. So Brandon Moore in the pit. So that was cycle out 2. Kyle Heath and Zach Deuscher will be 1 and 2. And then Zach Rongich, and then Jacob Carter, and Sellner, and Randy, and Judson, Huntsaker, Coleman'sberger. As Austin, oh no, that's Brandon Moore, sorry. 14.9 second. As we slowly winding down, coming to 25 to go. Roughly, closely enough. In the next 10 laps or so. So, good run by these guys tonight. I enjoy putting them through. So, the colors in the green are... Thanks for asking. Yes, last race because it's purple for Xfinity Series. So, they run the purple banners and all that for the actual Xfinity Series. Like on TV, their colors are purple. So, over here, we really couldn't get the yellow. The yellow was making it hard to see. So the green are the drivers in the playoffs. Yes. So the green are the drivers who are currently in the round 12. The guys in red are the ones who are eliminated. So that's that. As you see there, Phillip Bridgman, Tyler Myers do make slight contact, a little net code there. As Phillip Bridgman will come up there to pick up the 12 to help Josh get by the 9. As Josh jumps down in front of Tyler Myers. Yes, Zach is the man. He has a great car here tonight. But like I said, unfortunately, I hate to say it, it is going to come down to Kyle Heath and Zach Deuscher. Unless Zach could magically find that extra boost to get him up there. But as you see, he is 7 seconds off the pace from the front two. So he's going to have to find something or work with someone to get back up there to those two. I like Zach. Zach's a hell of a guy. Raced with me for quite a few years on the Xbox console side. So, yes. Coming to 25 to go.
Brian, I think a lot of these guys is going to be short on fuel. It's going to come down to a fuel mileage race. Looking about 13, 14 laps short.
Oh, boy, you scared the living hell out of me. I forgot you were in there. I jumped. But anyway, all good. Thank you for the update, kind sir. But coming to 25 to go, so that's why
In-car race reporter here, Brian.
Yes, sir. Well done. 25 to go from the Michigan 100 BNR Cup Series playoff round 2. Race 1, 88 fighting tight. That happens here at Michigan. He is the big dog, but non-playoff drivers come in and spoil the bunch for those who are in the playoffs. That could shake up a lot of stuff out there on tracks. So, hence, just like real life, 19 different winners in real life. No playoff driver won yet. So that would be that. As you see Nick Smith going by Jacob, attempting to go, but sorry, my apologies. Attempting to go by Jacob Carter as they come to 24 to go. Ticking these laps down, long race for these guys. So they got it, they can do it. A lot of these boys like the endurance races. Great rebound by Carter tonight after getting dumped the first time. And dumped again the second time to rebound to come back up to P5. These drivers are getting their workout in these cars here tonight. You see, Kyle Heath does have a second lead over Zach Deuscher. Go back up there. I do think Deuscher did make probably a little bit of contact with the wall. Or got a little loose coming off. Still hanging on to that second there. I think right on board with, let's see, look at the 88. As the 88 fights with the 91, somebody's in the pits. Hunsaker. Oh, Zach, that's the wall. You don't want to do that. No, you don't want to do that. That will cost him some time. And allow Jacob Carter to close in and pick up the draft and possibly pass him for that P4. That is for sure. Randy Koken now in the pits. And as I said it right here, Jacob Carter looking to run down. Wrong itch. Could the 20 get by? I hope he can. Like to see him do well. Keep the points that he's got. And finish strong. Always something that he likes to do. Excuse me. Coming 2:20 to go. Next time by. Jacob Carter there attempts to get the draft going in 2 turns, 1 and 2. Trying to figure out if that little side damage had hurt that 88. Aerodynamic wise, I don't think so. But these cars do get affected a lot when it comes to getting hit or hitting a wall, getting contact made. So as Rongich and Carter probably gonna make their last and final attempt. The pits, yes they do. I'm guessing that is the excitement out on track. I guess so. Somebody else did jump in here. Oh, well. No, a little late. That's for sure. A little late.
Well, better late than never.
18 laps to go. Sorry, 19 to go. Coming to 18 to go. Kyle Heath, Zach Deuscher, Judson, Adams, Johns, Binninger. Oh, I hear myself twice.
Yes, I know, it's great. Is that better?
Brandon Moore, Josh Small, yes. Carver, Blackwell. Anyway, a little brush up for you. 1 caution the whole night. Early. Rest ran it all the way through. Now that you're here, I can keep quiet and now take a sip of my drink.
Yes, indeed. 18 laps to go. Kyle Heath in the lead. Zach Deuscher in second place. And Judson 10 seconds back. Holy moly. But Deuscher, second and a half back from Kyle Heath. Looks like tonight you might get a non-playoff driver to kind of win here tonight at Michigan.
Yes, well, I would. Little inside reporter there, Jason said a couple of these guys are 14 laps short to the end, so you're going to be seeing like Kyle Heath. I guess he was one of them. So here he comes.
Guys, you're going to have pit stops in about 2 to 4 laps.
There you go.
So Kyle Heath making his final pit stop of the day. We are suspecting to see Deuscher in as well, and Judson.
So far, the 2 longest guys who made it the longest was Richard Johns and Brandon Moore. But if I'm those 2, I would want to come in a little bit earlier to be safe. But yet again, I could be wrong. I don't know. They'll have enough to the end, which I hardly doubt. So, but they stayed out like an extra 5 to 6 laps. As you see here, Jacob Carter battling Brianna, which, by the way, she was the pole sitter here tonight. So,
Well then, that's nice. Nice to know, pole sitter.
Jacob Carter, strong run. He pitted earlier too. So he's good to the end. Brianna
But the
just
pole
pitted.
sitter is currently 18th. Ooh.
Yeah. A lot of mishaps and whatnot in the pits, I would probably assume so.
You said only one caution tonight?
Yes. That was on lap 19. Or 18, coming in 19. A little
Yes, my
Cummins
apologies.
together. No, you're
Accidentally. No, I was just going to say I accidentally fell asleep. And didn't really mean to. It was an accidental nap, I guess you could say. But
You're right.
Jason Adams pitting. Richard Johns moved up into second.
Yeah. Oh,
Brandon
Randy
Moore.
slowed down the 20 of Jacob. Oof. I'm interested to see how this is going to work. As Brianna helps Jacob Carter get by Randy. Randy did lead a few laps tonight. So that's always good to see. But... Oh, Brandon Moore is still out. Oh, yes, that's right. But once those top three pit, if they have to, then... Yes, Sean Judson now in the pits. Richard Johns now in the lead by 10 seconds and some. Don't know how much longer he can stay out. If I was him, I would come in now.
How many laps of fuel were they able to get on a full tank?
22 to 23?
Oh, wow. So not a lot at all.
No,
And how many laps was the race?
100.
Oh. So a 200-mile event here at Michigan.
Richard Johns, great run tonight by him. If he can magically pull it off, I'll be impressed. But being that lead pack, Will, that gas just drains.
Oh, yes.
So, unless
When
he
you
is
are
shutting
out
that...
front, yep, unless he is, like you just alluded to, shutting off or coasting or popping a clutch in or something, he is not going to be able to conserve enough fuel.
As Josh Smalls will get his lap back. Good run by him tonight, too. Very good. That's for sure. They started off with 23 tonight. Currently have 21 still. So that's always good.
Deutscher
Nice.
is about a second, just over a second, or yeah, just at a second now behind Kyle Heath. So
Oh, yeah. It's been those two all night. But I give...
no surprise, really.
I give Kyle Heath and Randy props. They were leaning on each other through turns 1 and 2. Did not wreck. They kept her off the wall. And they continued to race hard.
Now you see Sammy Blackwell in the 3 car. Good to see Sammy here.
Oh, yeah. Long run. These boys are going to be tired at the end of this. I'm impressed to see how long Richard can do it. But Kyle Heath is closing that gap big.
Oh,
yeah.
tremendously.
But yet again, Will, fresh tires, fuel, he's good to the end. So,
Closing in on 9 laps to go. Big, go away, bug. Big question is, when will Richard Johns come in and pit? I would probably say this lap, because at the rate that Heath is closing in, looks like he might get there this lap. So it might just be beneficial for him to just go ahead and bring her down. But he might go 3 more laps by the looks of things. 20, 25, 24, 22. You would almost expect him to go 1 or 2 more laps, but he does not cut it down and bring it down this time. So
Kyle Heath is running him down.
yes, Heath is there now. He has opened up the gap back to Deutscher by a few tenths of that second.
Matthew Huntsaker back in the pits. Oof. Yes, Richard is now making his pit now. Good for him. Led quite a few laps here tonight. Hell of a car he had tonight. Well, he was good. Top 5 majority of the night. You see Jacob Carter pushing Brianna to get caught up to Rongich. To get
Just
that
an
P3.
excellent. Oh, my apologies.
No, you're right.
Yes, Richard Johns, great to see him able to lead. Just unfortunate he couldn't get a timely caution or just anything to help him stay up in the front, I guess you could say, as the pit cycles out. Deutscher now a second and a half back from Cal Heath.
Like I said, Jacob was involved in 2 Cummins togethers, and solid run for him tonight.
Yes, to rebound to get into the 5th position. That is a great comeback after, like you said, being involved with some argy-barginess. James Selner.
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
He was up there all night too. So a lot of drivers that I wouldn't have expected to be up in the front, but no surprise for Kyle though. But and Zach, 2 strong competitors. Like you said, well, he's got a second and a half over Zach Deutscher. So
what happened to Philip this race?
I guess something happened in the pits. I guess he must have been caught speeding and couldn't rebound to get his lap back, and we haven't had a caution since. So
who is in the 44?
Nick Smith.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think he's running. It kind of looks like Dale Jarrett, old UPS. There you go.
I almost, in a way, I kind of thought it was Cameron, but no, indeed, thank God. Anyway, 4 laps to go.
Yes. Kyle Heath, Deutscher, Judson, Rongich, Carter, Selner, Coleman-Springer, Randy, Brain, Austin Moore, and Scott Bittinger.
Oh, hey, that's good to see Austin in the race here this evening.
Yeah. Doing good. Top 10 for him. There ain't nothing wrong with that after a while of coming back, so.
Yeah, he's got a very comfortable top 10 at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
He is locked into that 8th position. That's pretty much where it looks like he might finish. Bittinger and Jason Adams is having a battle for 10th spot.
Oh, we're already there. There's Philip Bridgman. The high lane. Jason Adams goes to get by Bittinger to take that P10. Oh! Nelly! Oh, Nelly!
What a crossover. Well, he looked for it, but couldn't quite get it.
Oh, man. Brandon Moore's in the pits. Yeah, he was one of the long ones who stood out for a long time, so. Strategy just wasn't on Brandon Moore's side today, and once I say it again, I'm going to say it again. Austin Moore and Brandon Moore are absolutely no relations at all. So
looks like only 4 playoff drivers are going to finish in the top 10 this evening. Some playoff drivers just didn't get it.
10.
I was just going to mention that those drivers that wasn't able to get a top 10 tonight just either missed the strategy or just got caught up into something
The final lap, Will.
Yes, final lap for Kyle Heath. He opened up the gap to 2.25 seconds. So, where is Kyle Heath, Brian?
In first.
Well,
Backstretch going into 3 and 4.
you know, you didn't have to be a smart aleck.
Yes, I know. I almost slipped a few times. I'm like, oh, I gotta submit this into TV, so we can't do that. But anywho, Kyle Heath will cross the line.
Yes, he takes the checkered flag. Deutscher gets second, Judson third, Rongich fourth. Carter looks like he's going to get fifth. Sellner comfortable sixth. Jim Coleman'sberg, a good run for Jim in the 29 car, getting 7th place. Randy with the top 10, good to see. Like you said, Austin Moore in the race this evening comes home with the top 10 in 9th place, and Jason Adams will round out that top 10. Goodness gracious.
Wait for all them to... There you go. Let's get you the results.
Don't mind me, I was just choking on some water.
Good run by everybody tonight. Hell of a race. Impressive. Well, I guess we'll talk to Kyle first. There we go. What a race, Kyle, huh?
Yeah, heck of a race.
Well, Kyle, from my point of view, it looked like you were on rails.
Well, that the rails were losing the front grip on the car, then yeah, it was rails.
Oh my. Explain how your car was handling there, Kyle.
Well, right at the beginning of the run, the cars are kind of loose, especially coming out the corners. As the tire wears on and the gas wears off, your car keeps getting tighter and tighter. So you really have to be careful with the throttle. Not to scrub off too much front tires. To wear your front tires out. Pretty much you're maintaining your tires.
And how difficult can that be at times, Kyle?
Well, I've had some practice at Michigan. Through different leagues I've been in, like the last race of every season seems like, or close to it, has been at Michigan. So I've had plenty of practice at Michigan, especially with these cars, and to know what to look out for.
Yes, sir.
Brian, you got anything else? Come on.
Yes. We enjoy you coming in here, spoiling the bunch for the playout drivers. They don't care. Like I talked to you earlier, I'm surprised I did not give you the commentary curse. It actually ended up working out good for you. Like I said earlier, clean air is what it's all about. And we've seen that. So, I go in those top speeds. A lot of people are wondering, they want to know, from a driver's point of view, is it tricky going into the pit roads at that fast to get it locked down and prevent the back end of the car from going around?
Yes, it is, because usually whenever I'm able to practice, I practice coming into the pits. I practice pit stops, where I didn't get no practice. So I pretty much used my basic experience from other races to kind of gauge how fast to go. But my first pit stop, I came in a little too slow than I normally would. So I kind of sped up. And that last one, I don't know how I made it coming into the pits. I barely made it, without spinning it out and without getting a black flag. I'm not sure how Zach Deuscher, he made it in the pits because he was right behind me in one of those pits, and I know he was flying coming up in there.
Yes, he
But
was.
he did a good job though, not getting a black flag.
Hell yeah. All right, well, go ahead. We'll let you take over.
Well, I mean, I was only here for the final 20 laps,
Oh, that's
Brian.
right. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened. Will wasn't there at the beginning, and then
Yeah.
Brian wasn't there at the end.
Yes, I slightly took an unscheduled nap and missed basically the entire race.
Wow. Congratulations on your win tonight. You got anything for these guys next week as we roll into Road America?
Road America, I definitely won't be there.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, I don't have that track unless somebody wants to fork me out some money. Because I can't fork out no money right now to buy a track.
Well, I'm pretty sure these guys probably feel a little relieved now knowing you're not going to show up at Road America next week.
I would love to, be honest with you. I love Road America. I race at Road America on other video games. So Road America is one of my favorite road courses. So I'm kind of bummed that I won't make it next week.
Well, again, congratulations on your win tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, give a shout out to I guess my only teammate out here was you, Jason. I'm sorry we didn't really get to talk much. I came in at the last second. We were gridding up, and I was just able to sit down then. So, give a shout out to BNR. This is a fun league to race in. I hate it. I spoiled it for some of the playoff competitors, but
Don't worry about it. Never.
I had a fun race with these guys. Deuscher was fun to race with. It's always fun to race with Zach. I can't pronounce his last name, but the 88. Yeah. Yeah, he was on a different pit strategy, and I know his tires wore off too faster than some of us other ones. And I want to give a shout out to my painter, Robbie Darnell. He's one of my other teammates, and he kind of changed a little bit of my paint on this car tonight. And I had to run it, so I think that kind of brought me a little bit of luck too.
Right on, buddy. I'm sure we can work something out for you to get you Road America. That's never an issue, so.
I wouldn't worry about it, bros. I would not worry about it one bit.
All right, buddy. Awesome job. Congrats on the win again. So, hopefully.
Thank you, guys.
I'll see you on track Sundays, so.
Yep.
Well, that's tomorrow, bro.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
that is. All right, bud. What's your channel?
All right. Later, guys.
I guess Deuscher's not in here, so we'll talk to Sean. Judson, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I raced with you a couple of days ago, didn't I?
Yes, you did. I believe it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday? Oh, it might have been. See, I can't even remember. Anywho, congrats on the P3. I know it was a long and brutal race, I'm sure. Why don't you tell the fans who are watching how that car was in the pack and leading, if there is a difference of any way, shape?
It's rough in the pack. I mean, it's not rough racing. It's just your tire wear goes up because you can't really enter the way you want to when you're behind somebody. So tire wear just goes way out the roof when you're running in a pack. But once we sort of separated out with all those green flag pit stops, I was able to just run the way I wanted to, save my tires, manage the car for pretty much, what was it, 80 something laps, 90 laps?
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. I'm going to ask you like I asked Kyle. Did you think it was tricky going at high pace speeds, especially in these next gen cars, with trying to get it to slow down in time to pit? Were you a little nervous that the back end of the car was going to slide out?
I actually had the opposite. I was really just going way too easy into the pits and lost a lot of time getting into pit road.
Oh yeah, some were easy going in, and some were just there to get it to slow down a little bit. Well, you got anything for Mr. Judson here?
Next week is Road America. Are you going to be able to attend Road America?
I will. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not
nice.
super great at road racing, but I'm not terrible at it, so should be another decent finish for the 91 car.
Right on. Oh, the Ford. Pretty strong tonight, P3. Pure dominance. Why don't you give these fans the your overall thoughts of the racing tonight?
It was just a lot of long green flag runs, so you kind of had to save your tires. We had that early caution and then green flag the rest of the way, which I'm always a fan of green flag racing, brings strategy into it. Running long, you know, you get the short end of the stick where everybody pits for fresh tires. You know, they're 2 seconds faster, but then you're a lot faster once you go in and get tires. So made up a lot of time that way.
Oh yeah, and it's like I told you yesterday or whatever day it was. I'm like, it'll probably go green all the way, maybe one. So,
Yep.
so I'm like you never know with this group. That's the thing. You have your goods and then you have your bads. So, and tonight was actually a really really good one, a good one. So to remember.
Yeah, between what I was seeing and listening to my teammate on Discord, there was a lot of good racing around the track.
Oh yeah. Anyway, any shout outs or anything you want to give?
Yeah, as always, Team Outlaw Motorsports, BJ Duvall up on the pit box for Scott, but also helping me out with, you know, pace and whatnot. Juddy Designs, Katie's Photography, Beard Tube, Beard Oil, W Energy, Speed Ranch E-Setups. You guys for doing the broadcast, putting the league on. Fun racing with you guys.
Yes, sir. Congrats on the P3. Good points night. For you, stay up there in the points and attempt to get to the round of 4. So, looking forward to see. Yes, sir. Looking forward to see you next week and finish strong.
Yep, I'll be there.
Right on, bud. Congratulations on your P3. You have yourself a good one.
You do the same.
Thank you, sir. Anyway, that will do it for tonight's festivities. By the way, give a shout out to Randy. Very good car, Randy. You did a hell of a job tonight. You led quite a few laps. Same thing with Richard and everybody. These guys are great, I guess, when they want to be. But overall, I thought it was interesting. A lot of battles. But anyway, since Will wasn't here, he can go ahead and do the closeout of all that other stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, for Brian Huntley and myself, William Roberts, Jason Adams, when he does come and help us out in the booth, we'd like to thank everybody for coming out and basically just being a part of the broadcast, just cheering on your favorite BNR Racing League driver. And just hopefully everybody has a great rest of their day, and